never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
On Zen's tail and ahead of Hakim Danish.
What a character. What a keys.
No, Marco Morelli has the lead now. Marco Morelli takes the lead for the first time to take second place from David Gonzalez. Superb stuff.
Going to rename him Larry Lund. To go on Morelli as well, up in a third place too. This is his signing off ride from rookies.
He's got his head down, and Danish rejoins the race, but he's obviously going to be out of the point.
After that one, because that was brilliant.
But it was the David Gonzalez move, really, wasn't it, on the break?
Not only has he passed 3 years, but he's already announced to join the Aspar team alongside Maximo Quiles.
Veda Pitama just has to sort of finish, really, to pick up a couple of points to go back in front of Hakim. But anyway, he replayed that superbly. So now Zen Mitani is at the back of that group.
In Moto3 next year. No plan B he came in a Rookies Cup with. Plan A.
Danish in the battle for second place in the Cup.
That is such a crying shame, isn't it? Goodness me, well.
He came into the weekend carrying a wrenched shoulder and said that in the first race he just
as well and truly worked out.
That's right, and he's looking for his first win of this season.
We turn our attention back then, so it could well be Uriarte and Veda, your top two.
Hang in the group, because he wanted to save the shoulder as much as possible. Then over the last, he had 2 wins. He won in Jerez and Assen last year in Rookies Cup, but although he's got a couple of.
But who will win the final race of the year? Morelli leads from Gonzalez.
Couple of laps, he said, I just closed my mind to the pain, closed my mind, looked at thirds and a second yesterday. He'd love to sign off with another victory. There he is, the number 95. The
Gonzalez, who really wants that 4th position in the standings in his debut season in rookie.
And went for it. And he said, I'm going to do the same thing in race 2. So that is why, as much Argentine 18-year-old.
And he's got the 95 of Lightning McQueen on top of his helmet as well. So Mitani wants another podium as well. There is Danish limping around again then.
And it's something as anything, Zen is sitting there in 5th place rather than battling hammer and tongs at every corner.
He really, a little tribute to the Cars film as well as he moves into
that Marco Morelli said yesterday. He said, when you're aware that the guys around you are battling for the corner with the guys ahead of him.
Well, there we go. Smart lad. As we look back down the order then, it's Karpushin and Benyat 2nd place. Veda tried to get it back on him, but missed out that time around. He also, Morelli loves the
Cup, and you're not in the running. He said some part of you wants to say, okay, I better, keep away.
Fernandez, Ramadeepa, Plump, Pugliese's fallen off. Morelli!
We almost...
The inside line here at turns 9 and 10. We saw that yesterday. It nearly brought him a bit of grief as well.
From them. He said, but I don't think like that. He said, you've just got to race and not make any mistakes. And that's lost Morelli.
Oh, that was a big moment, wasn't it? And he's still keeping it pinned. Uriarte, though, responded. Oh, as he cut it too inside a couple of times, nearly clipping the back wheels of various riders.
That's right, but that's what he did superbly yesterday. Maybe he's a little bit even more care to the wind today.
They're getting faster and faster, lap by lap, 144.9 this time around. Well, this race is absolutely...
Assuming that he's kept the same gearing as yesterday, he and Brian are on the short gearing, so he can do that because he's out front and he's ahead of the number 11 of David Gonzalez.
Pure respect. Absolutely on, isn't it? Morelli decides to is he doing that because maybe a wet patch caught him out and he wants someone
right line and still get a good drive on the green stuff? Brian Uriarte has to watch out. Too many.
This is Marco Morelli, isn't he? Really like that attitude from him, and this is him back to his very else to take charge or what? I don't know. Or is he just a bit spooked and needs to gather himself again?
Well, yeah, excursions onto the green and he's going to have a long lap penalty, but he's obviously trying to get away, and he's
best. What a way to sort of announce yourself onto the Moto3 grid permanently.
There's a few laps to go and he can afford just to follow Brian for a corner or two, because he's not getting away from Marco Morelli.
Yeah, Morelli definitely catching him. You will be seeing him actually in Moto3 for the rest of the year as he fills in.
Away from them, is he? No, 3 abreast behind Brian Uriarte, but Marco Morelli holds on to sector
by sector, isn't he? And as long as Pitama, Mitani and Danish, as well as Gonzalez, as the number 90, I think he's 95 in Moto3 as well.
Second place ahead of Veda Pitama.
That was Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Gonzalez keep it fairly tidy as well. They'll be back on it, and that is not your usual overtaking place for David Gonzalez. We've already seen him a couple of times, but we'll be seeing him permanently as well next year as well.
Right, we're into the second part.
Well then, Leo Ramersdorfer into 9th place as well as we look back down the order. Lennox Famara as well. Very nicely done indeed. Well done, that man.
He'll go anywhere, won't he, Davies? He's a man on part of the race now. And Marco Morelli still has the advantage, but David Gonzalez looking for a way past any time.
Swiss rider, this is the best we've seen from him. Really, really good stuff. Congratulations to him for that ride.
Performed superbly and very much, hoping to pick up a Moto3 ride for next year. Superb.
Marco Morelli.
Brian Uriarte has been pushed back there to the back of that pack, but I don't think he's going to just hang it.
However he finishes up, this is really good. As we see, Danish has gone down again. Peter, unfortunately, was a second quicker than everybody else on track that time around, near enough. For 1:45.3.
In there too long, he's already passes it Zenmitani to take up 4th place. Vader Patali,
that'll be him down and out of the race, and that's your lot from Hakim. Goodness gracious.
Man, that's incredible, isn't it? Absolutely superb.
Morelli's absolutely...
And Brian goes inside. That's an unusual line for him, but he's got that low gear. He can get the... That's not a way to end the year. But anyway, let's hope, let's trust that he's absolutely okay.
In the groove. This is like what we saw from one of his 2 wins back last year.
Drive out, and he does so. He's alongside Vader Patama, 51 and 50 off there and blown up and saved him from injury. And these
no, it was actually Morelli who set the fastest lap. That graphic on your screen is wrong.
Okay, right. 4 side by side down the back straight ahead of the 34 of Zenmitani through the super fast flat out. The Alpine Stars Tech Air suits had 2 canisters, so even after his first fall, he can get up the so Brian Uriarte has the advantage. He's now got Marco Morelli locked, the right-hander. And Brian not allowing will self-deflate, ride again, and it will go off a second time if he pulls on to the rear to Pirelli of that KTM.
Tinez has gone down, unfortunately, at turn.
Marco Morelli or David Gonzalez to get away. He wants to get back on the tail there. Not forget which, of course, he's just done. He won't re-inflate the 3rd time. Anyway, right, 5 laps to go.
And 2, that's a shame. I think the same happened yesterday, didn't it? Tinez went...
Superb. Just the 5 of them now. They really hope it's Brian Uriarte. And not quickest laps from those guys this time.
Wide yesterday, sorry, finished 14th, a couple of points, but fastest lap of the race earlier in the gravel this time.
Have split away from Karpushin and the rest.
Yeah, 1.6 the second.